Hey there, I'm Gosha from Cosmic Agency. Just a very short intro. This video is a short conversation that I actually was going to publish within the mini topics video, but then I decided to make it into a separate video. This is based on a rumor that was floating around some time ago in the English community about unreal people supposedly becoming real, that there was some intervention from higher planes and now every unreal person received a soul, so there are no more matrix people on Earth. So I'm asking Yazhi here about this and what she thinks. Now, for the new people, you might be freaking out now and thinking, what the hell, unreal people? Well, yes. I'm going to link right now the video about the unreal people, the matrix people, backdrop people, background people, many terms for the same thing, that we did some time ago, 4.5 years ago or so, 4 years ago with Swaruu, where she explains the phenomenon of those unreal people and who they are. And yes, they are unreal people, empty inside, no soul, just operated by the matrix. Watch this. And actually, as she explained in that video, there's in every 5 person there's only one real person. However, it's very important not to make past judgments and treat everybody the same, because it is very difficult to know who is who. So anyway, in this video, Yazhi responds and gives her opinion about that rumor about unreal people becoming real. Anyway, I'm going to see you for the final comments. Enjoy the video.
Originally in Spanish, second half of 2022. Some are saying out there that something has happened and all the non-real people are now real all of a sudden. I don't see it very feasible, because I feel that they do not understand the concept of the non-real people. Because it may be something relative, for example. I mean, a person is real from one point of view, not from another. A real person might not be real to another. It's something relative. It's not an absolute. Yet, it is assumed that most of the people there are generated by the matrix itself and are not real to anyone. But it's unfair to decide that someone specific is or is not false. It's not up to us. It's not up to anyone specific to decide that. That is, 2 real people from the point of view of the absolute might not be real from the particular point of view of each of those 2 people. Being that they are both real, because it is relative to a point of view, and that is only one of the many explanations of the concept of unreal people. That is, if you know yourself to be real and you pass by Pedro Gutierrez in the street, who you do not know and he doesn't know you, being that Pedro is real for himself and even knows about the concept of unreal people and has thought about it and accepted it, you will be nothing more than a street lamp for him as he is for you. So from that point of view, you are not real to each other. Although from the point of view of the absolute, you both are. And from the point of view of a real third person, you both wouldn't be if you didn't know each other. There is also the concept that it is the real person that animates the unreal one. I see this as perfectly valid as well. And you can see quite clearly that a person is not real when it is impossible for them to get out of some sort of mental program. That is to say, Even if you throw advanced concepts at them, they do not process it and return to what is socially accepted. That is to say that the person that a real person can know closely does not come out of a group of pre-programmed reactions. Like a video game NPC, because that's what they are. They just have a few 100,000 pre-programmed reactions appearing to have free will, when in reality they just run within themselves a basic computer language programming style program. The if, then, else algorithm. It is a map of pre-made reactions, like that of a computer. In other words, if you talk to me about spirituality, then I should say that I read Krishnamurti. So it levels your spiritual knowledge, but making you believe that he is a spiritually advanced person or that he is somebody, when in reality he is just a program emulating having a consciousness. As Mark Twain said, you can't change an idiot no matter how many arguments you throw at him. I am talking here about those who are not real under any point of view, 100% generated by the matrix. Real people or not from the point of view of the absolute, as I explained above, it is a different view of the concept of the non-real people, where although both people are real, they are not real for each other in certain circumstances. That is why I said that non-real people subject is something subjective and relative. However, there are people who are not real, like a lamppost or a traffic sign, the same. And they just follow a fixed thought pattern that they can't get out of, no matter how many arguments you throw at them. Now, even those non-real people can be portals for a walk-in to enter the world using that skin. So that non-real person body can suddenly become real in that case, from a certain date of entry of the Atma or soul of the walk-in, which is very common. What I am trying to say is that it is a very relative and subjective subject. So you cannot think or state absolutes here, like what they say that everyone is real now. It's very subjective, and looking at the variants, they can be quite numerous. Lots of combinations. In other words, I would say it is very difficult to decide if someone is real or not real, and I leave that decision to the real people looking at the specific people they know.
Who programs the non-real ones? The real ones?
Yes, it is the matrix itself, as a side effect of everything that surrounds a person. Because if biologically the bodies are the same between the real ones and the non-real ones, I mean in an autopsy for example, what differentiates them from each other is how they think and what is inside from the non-material side. So a non-real person only follows a programming of the matrix. That is, their reactions are programmed from childhood to react with the if-then-else algorithm at school, at church, at work. It is the matrix itself that programs the non-real people. And the matrix is, in turn, programmed by the mass of real people. And yes, there is matrix outside the earth. And I strongly believe that there are unreal people outside the earth as well. And the non-terrestrial matrix shares attributes with the terrestrial matrix by interfering and influencing each other. Out here, it is said that there are no unreal people outside Earth. But if it is also a matrix out here, I strongly see that there must be unreal people as well, since both matrices are structured in the same way and create each other.
Who generates these unreal people outside of the 3D? The matrix as a collective unconscious?
The same for both matrices, which in reality are the same matrix. Real people manifest what they want, and that modifies their matrix, which in turn programs the non-real ones. I must insist that they are not two matrices, but they are the same, being that where one ends and the other begins is very subjective. It is also worth mentioning that this is why many do not understand why we are so human or so humanized, those of us who speak. Because we have a strong influence from both matrices being the same. We understand both worlds from our points of view. That's why we can relate to you and not a space octopus. But still, you find it strange or even shocking that ETs go down to their super to resupply their ship. But it happens, and it is the truth, even if it hurts. There is no clear separation between ET and terrestrial. As I always say, it is a gray area where the person who observes and judges will only impose their own concepts of what ET is and what is not. Because it is the same matrix with the same rules, only bigger than the other. Bigger because it includes more data, more races, more information, but it is the same. It is like a country. France and Spain are the same thing, being that what makes the difference is only a quite subjective human concept agreement. But what you say, I see it as that we are all part of the original matrix, natural. And then on Earth, there is another layer of the matrix, more digitalized, where everything is simulated, as Aneka explained years ago. And the matrix as a manipulation of the cabal, another thing. So I thought that those non-real people are part of that Earth simulation. Okay, yes, that complicates things further, because the matrix on Earth has that layer of digital manipulation. It does. I just don't see why that would not also apply outside the Earth. Since it is something subjective, you could also say that everything is real, because the experience is the same, and because it was decided by someone real, and I don't have the reason or the way to refute that. So it's kind of up to the opinion and the point of view of each real person. Do not think in absolutes.
Okay, so just fast final comments here. You have to watch this video again to understand, because here Yazhi is approaching the subject from various perspectives, and in the beginning she is talking more about the philosophical, more about abstract way of viewing the unreal people, where when you are walking across the street and you pass that person to you is no one, is unreal, is just as a background for your movie of your day. So from that perspective, no one is real really around you if you don't know them, and the same way you are not real to them. So that's just one perspective. While looking from the absolute point of view, both of you are real. But that's just one perspective to look at this from. But yes, she is confirming that there are unreal people, and that it is impossible to talk about this subject in such absolute terms as if everybody, every unreal person, every organic portal on Earth now has a soul. Because as she's explaining, there are so many variations here and combinations and scenarios that it's very difficult to put a label on all this. So it's a very subjective thing, and not that easy to decide and categorize. But now the last point here I want to mention. In the last part of the video, she was talking about, well, almost in the last part of the video, she was talking about how she believes that outside Earth, there are also unreal people. And this is interesting, this is new, this is something that hasn't occurred to me myself, because I was always imagining that this unreal people phenomenon only occurs on Earth. And actually, as she says, they up there, they view it that way too. But Yazhi, being Yazhi, of course, she has her own opinions and ideas, and she believes, well, there is no reason why this shouldn't occur up there as well, because our matrix combines with their matrix. Their matrix is the extension of ours. It's just another layer of the same world, of the same matrix, just more data, more information, more understanding, etc., more complex. So anyway, these are just my short comments I wanted to add. Thank you very much for watching this. This topic could be extended in many different directions, just like any topic, but this is what Yazhi gave us at this time about this question of unreal people becoming real. Thank you very much, and until the next video, see you soon.